Rahman Ar-Rahim. In the name of God, the compassionate, the merciful. الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إن الله وإنا إليه راجعون. In English, who, when disaster strikes, they say, indeed we belong to Allah, and indeed to Him we shall return. خیلی ممنون. من اول تسلیت عرض میکنم خدمت جهانگیر خان، مانا جون، مهزا جون، خاله معظم، از خانواده سفرزاده، شیرازی، مرادیان، Goldstone, Rebecca and David, thank you very much for being the newest addition to our family. Gulshahi, Muhajiri, Kazaruni, Alambegi و سایر بستگان و دوستانی که به ما خانواده آبدی افتخار دادن و با وجودشون این مجلس رو شاد نگه داشتن. My uncle spoke eloquently in Farsi, so I'm going to express some of our thoughts the way I think my uncle would have liked it, because I see him floating above us here. Sitting on the plane coming from the States, I was trying to find a word that best described my uncle. Was it the fact that he had a PhD when Aghay Doctor meant something? Now everybody has a PhD or a doctorate stuck on their backside. When my uncle achieved his achievements in the 50s, it was something to be called Aghay Doctor. And that's why in our family, we only have one doctor. I thought the best thing that elucidates him was a highlighter. I told my daughter, highlighter, what does that mean? Well, it's got several meanings. He was somebody who could come into a monochromatic room, a black and white room, and give it color and light and laughter. He was one who stood out in almost every meeting, every president. I can see him right here. He's smiling at us. He really loves Mass. He doesn't want you to cry so much, Mass. We're all going on the same path. Hazrat Ali alayhi salam said, a true believer is one who wears a smile even though his heart is stressed. And I know my uncle had his ups and downs, like all of us. Life is like a box of chocolates, you know. You get some that you like and you get some that you don't. But everything that he ate, he smiled, and his warmth and appreciation permeated throughout the whole milieu and environment that he was in. I tried to put down, I'm not going to go over the accolades of my uncle. I think my Murtaza went over that. But I've written some things I'd like to share, and I think one or two of them, maybe even his own children don't know. Because me and my uncle were very close. Roy says, what was your proudest moment? My proudest moment was when I lectured in Tehran, and my uncle was sitting in the audience. And he was so proud. You know, education, learning, humility was woven into his being. My uncle, when we joke with people, you know, we're all from Shah Abdulazim. So, you know, my grandparents are buried in Shah Abdulazim, in Bagh Tuti. And the world is a smaller place now. With the internet, Facebook, it's really one global village. But I think we all kind of permeate towards Bagh Tuti in Shah Abdulazim. He was born in 23rd of December, 1929. And as my second uncle, Murtaza, said, he was really a true patriarch. You know, the biggest loss I think we have is he sat at the triangle at the tip of the Abedi family. He exemplified our character. He exemplified the meaning of the Abedi family. He was many stories, but some of the favorite stories from his childhood. He was really a tough guy from the beginning, and I know, you know, as my second uncle said very eloquently, my grandfather, God bless his soul, he was very tight with money. Now having my own kids, I see things in a different light. And I see it's much more difficult sometimes to hold back than it is to let flow without consequences. So as my uncle said, I'm a doctor, as we all love to call him, and I know he's with us here. He had I think he had a 15 to 20 kilometer distance to go to school. So when my uncle talks about the accolades that he received, it was through sheer hard work. He used to tell me that he used to repair locks. He was doing locks. And, you know, he repaired bicycles, fixed punctures. And he says in the winter, him and my dad, and he would really, I really believe that, you know, people in the audience, their grandfathers or their great-grandfathers, literally when they say that, you know, I don't know what class my son is in, I don't even know if he's going to school or not, I really hold that to be true in the olden days. And I think he pulled the whole family. He was a magnet, a polarizing force that pulled the whole family through to good. So I know he helped my dad, my uncle, and he says that, you know, in the winter when it used to get cold, he used to cycle and he used to try to get a ride from a rickshaw or a bus. And he would get half the ride, and, you know, Persians, you know, being Persian, the guy would come and kick him, or, and he says several times he fell in the snow there because it was so long to get to school. So truly, in the beginning, I think they had an interesting life. But he was very focused. I remember during my O-levels, A-levels, you know, my uncle personified really two cultures, the East and the West. From the East,